Okay, so the medulla oblongata is the tail of the seahorse. The pons is the belly of the seahorse. The midbrain is the neck of the seahorse, underneath where the stick is touching it, right here, kind of circling it. The corpora quadrigemina are the four bumps on the back of the neck of the seahorse, so I'm only looking at half, so I only see two bumps. The thalamus is the eyeball of the seahorse. The hypothalamus is the snout of the seahorse. The infundibulum is the stem of the cherry. And the pituitary gland is the cherry itself, the pink sphere. The cerebellum is the fart of the seahorse, if you're my children, behind the pons. Has a different looking texture than the cerebrum. Okay, and then the cerebrum is kind of what we think of when we think of the brain, all this surface area. The cerebrum has a right and a left hemisphere, so I'm looking at the left hemisphere of the cerebrum. The longitudinal fissure is the deep groove that separates the right and left hemispheres. The corpus callosum is the pompadour or the mohawk or the hat of the seahorse, the structure marked as a number 1. Each hill or raised ridge of the surface area of the cerebrum is called a gyrus. The plural version is gyri. And the grooves are called sulci. So one is a sulcus. We're only learning 2 specific sulci. The central sulcus is approximately vertical, almost running underneath the stick. And the lateral sulcus is approximately horizontal or kind of diagonal underneath the stick and defines the temporal lobe below it. The frontal lobe is underneath the frontal bone. Parietal lobe is behind the central sulcus and under the parietal bone. The temporal lobe is below the lateral sulcus and under the temporal bone. Occipital lobe is at the back of the brain under the occipital bone. And then if I put